Hello Sagittarius, Elsie here to do your reading for the month of October. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. We are looking specifically at career, finances, and love for the month of October. We are going to throw some tarot as well. We're going to find out what your situation is for each of those, what's working for you, what's not working for you, and what the outcome is going to be in the month of October. So let's get started here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. How are you, my fire family? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here and all of that stuff. Let's find out what's going on for career for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about career. Tell me about career. Sagittarius, tell me about career. All right. There we go. Security. Security in your career. So if you've been worrying about your position or the career that you're in, did I pick the right thing? Stabilization and security. I feel that you can feel secure in the job that you've picked or the career path that you've picked. I feel like you're really going to thrive here once you get things, once you get to a place where you're feeling solid and grounded. I feel like the base chakra tells me you will have security and safety. You will have safety in your job here. We do have harmony, right? So it does feel like, I feel like whatever career path you've picked or are about to pick, I feel like it is something that is working out for you. I feel like you really do like it, that there is harmony there, and that we do have this base chakra that tells me safety and security, that you feel good there. Tell me about Sagittarius and finances, please. Tell me about finances for Sag. Finances for Sag. Tell me about finances for Sagittarius. We do have resilience. I like it. That's really lovely. Energy of resilience. Now the succulents, right? These are those plants that feel like really spongy. If you don't know what a succulent is, it's like an aloe vera plant. It's like that. It's like those ones that feel really spongy. It's like the ones, they're really hard to kill. If you can kill them, then you're a master. But they're really hard to kill. The succulents are very resilient. It's like you can leave them without water forever. And then once you water them, they're back at it. Like they're just feeling really good. Yeah, it feels like that there is something good that's coming up with your finances, Sagittarius. It feels like you have been through some like peaks and valleys, I want to say, that you've been really resilient as it pertains to your finances. But we've got card number 38, which is an 11. And it tells me that being the master number, that you're at the beginning of something you're mastering. So I feel like you're mastering your finances here. We have a disruption that's coming in your finances. And as I was saying that there are peaks and valleys, I think it needs to be straightened out here. We've got card number 41, which is a 5, a little bit of lack. Let's find out what's going on in love. We're going to come back with tarot, of course. Tell me what's coming in love for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about love for Sag, please. Tell me about love for Sag. Tell me about love. All right. We've got too many. I'm just going to take the one off the top here. We've got my beloved. It says, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we're always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So it does feel like you are maybe apart or away from, disconnected from somebody who you would consider to be your beloved, somebody who you really love. So there might be distance between you and a person. There might be separation that we're talking about here. Bottom of the deck, we have acceptance is the key to inner peace. It says at times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that was beyond our control. So it really does feel like you are in disconnect, or that you are in separation with somebody that you're very much in love with. And I feel like you need to accept the current situation for what it is. It's the only way for things to change. If you cannot accept the current situation for what it is, it's hard for anything else new to come at you. It's hard for anything to change. It says, yeah, you have to accept things as they are for now, that you need to accept that there is distance here. There's no point in trying to change something that's out of your control. You can't control people, right? And I feel like if you could control the situation, that you would have it a certain way, but I think you're supposed to let it be as it is. All right. Tell me more about Sagittarius for the month of October 2024. Sagittarius, we're going to go with the situation first. Tell me about the situation in Sagittarius's career, because I feel like it's going okay here. We do have the Six of Cups. Yeah, it does feel like you really have built good relationships, friendships, business partnerships. It feels like the Six of Cups is like you feel like this is your group, this is your gang, this is the place where you should be. This is the thing that you've always wanted to do, and I think that you're in the right place, doing the right thing here. We've got what is working for you. Tell me what is working for you in your career, Sagittarius. What's working for Sag in their career? Ace of Cups, you love it. You love what you do here. Yeah, I feel like you really do love what you're doing. That it's like an overflowing cup of knowledge, of money, of family. Like it almost feels like you work in a place where everybody is kind of really feeling like family. I want to say there's a lot of harmony. We have sixes here, right? There's a lot of harmony. It's like you don't have to control any outcomes, that things just really move along the way that they should. Tell me what the obstacle is in your career. The obstacle is the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you want to make more money. And so you really love what you do, but I feel like it probably doesn't pay as much as you wished you were being paid. What's the outcome here? Ace of Pentacles. It feels like there either is a promotion or a raise or something new, like maybe they'll have you open a new department or moving to a new department. I feel like you will be staying in the doing the work that you're doing, but it does feel like with the Ace of Pentacles that something is about to get better in terms of finances. So the outcome is the Ace of Pentacles, and I feel like you want to get paid more. It might even mean that you have to ask to be paid more, but I feel like either way, that the Ace of Pentacles is here. You will be getting some sort of a financial offer or the offer to open a new door to something new. So a new department or maybe a promotion. All right, tell me about the finances for Sagittarius, please. What's the situation in the finances? We've got the Ten of Cups. So I feel like your finances are kind of doing well. I want to say that you're resilient, that you've mastered the finances, that you're very happy with the way things are going financially. And now I feel like you want to make more money in your career, but I feel the money that you currently have, like in hand, in the bank, I feel like you do really well with that you're very happy with how much you've saved or happy with how good you are with money. It feels like that you are happy with the way your finances are flowing. Maybe more could come, but I feel like you're taking really good care of your finances in October. Tell me about what is working for you in your finances. We've got the Knight of Swords. So I feel like you're a person who isn't scared to ask questions. Like maybe you have somebody that you know who is a financial planner, or you're always willing to ask questions to get more information about what I should do next with the finances. I feel like what's working for you is that you're very verbal about being happy with where you are, but always wanting to get more information about your finances. And I feel like there might be somebody in your life. Look, Gemini is super smart, right? Gemini is smart in most things. And I feel like that there is somebody who I feel would be willing to help you in a second. Somebody who has a lot of knowledge, because we have an owl here. We have the knight is on riding on an owl here, and I feel like it's somebody who has a lot of knowledge about finances. Tell me about the obstacles, please, in the finance situation. What there could be an obstacle here. We do have the Six of Wands, getting too high on your horse. I'm gonna say when we practice ego. It feels like you are, how can I say? I'm going to say keep it under your hat. I'm going to say with the being in the obstacle position, I feel like the Six of Wands is telling me keep it under your hat. Don't really tell your friends what you're making. Don't really, explain those sorts of things. I feel like it's going to cause too much attention. It'll cause people to want to come to you and ask you for money. It almost feels like, this person is quite adorned here. Yeah. Royalty. They got purple on a white horse, which is like, saving everything, almost like egoic, like I can save everything. So I want to say that the obstacle position for me, whatever comes up, always to me seems like it's in the reverse. So I want to say that try not to gather attention about your finances. That means don't be egoic. Don't start telling everybody what you own, what you have in the bank, and all of that stuff. I feel like you're supposed to keep it under wraps a little bit here. What's the outcome for the finances? We do have the Hierophant. It's about learning lessons about the finances here. It's about learning lessons, listening to the higher self, staying sturdy and solid and grounded, and making good practical decisions with your finances here. Tell me about love. Love for Sagittarius in October 2024. Tell me about love. Feels like you are in separation with somebody here. What's the situation? What's the situation? Situation is the Hanged Man. Okay, so I feel like you are probably in separation with someone, and it feels like the Hanged Man energy is a place where you're trying to get perspective. And I really do feel it does say here that you are, it feels like you can't let go of this person. It says you're spiritually always united. You can't let go of them. You keep thinking about them, but I feel like you're in separation from this person. It says love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So even though you're apart from them physically, I feel like you two are connected mentally, energetically, psychically, possibly. And I feel like this is someone that you spend a lot of time thinking about, trying to get perspective on why you two are in separation. What is working for you? What's working for you is the King of Swords. I feel like whoever you're with, whoever this person is, that you're always honest, truthful, and almost to a fault. But you expect the same back. And I feel like being honest and truthful, although it's good to do, I feel like it might be something that has to do with being in disconnect with somebody. That maybe either you are too honest, and I mean, I don't think, because I'm the Queen of Swords, I don't think anybody could be too honest, because I understand the King of Swords. But if you are someone who's Sagittarius and you're being super honest with somebody, there might be someone who's a Pisces that doesn't like that you speak that honestly to them. Take it as it resonates for you. It might be that this is what's working for you is being honest and truthful. This person makes decisions that are best for everyone involved, that they're very much about the facts, right? So I think that being honest and truthful in a relationship, it really works for you. Tell me what the obstacle is. We do have the King of Cups. The obstacle is, it feels like either you or them, somebody here can't show their feelings on the surface. We do have the King of Swords and the King of Cups. Aloof and detached, somebody who's stoic on the surface. This doesn't necessarily work in a relationship, does it? If somebody's keeping everything under the surface and is scared to be honest and truthful about their feelings, that's not something that's really working, because if it was, you wouldn't be in separation, right? Tell me about the outcome. Tell me about the outcome. We do have the Four of Swords. So there is something here that tells me that you're going to heal it. I feel like there are two people here who have very different views of what life is like, or what relationships should be about. We do have four, and the Ace of Swords is in the hand of the King, and that's 5 swords. So it feels like fundamental differences or conflict, maybe disagreements come up, and we don't really know how to handle them because somebody keeps everything under the surface. I don't know if it's you or them, but somebody keeps it all under the surface. They don't talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. It feels like that's an obstacle here that needs to be taken care of. The Tower is here. Very interesting. So there are going to be a lot of shifts and changes overall in the month of October for you. We do have the Devil here. It's like you're trying to get away from obsessive codependency, having doubt. It feels like the Tower is showing up because the Devil's got a hold of you here. We do have the Lovers as well. You know what? This person that you're in disconnect with could be someone who has an addiction. They could be, we've got the Lovers and the Devil here. It's an obsessive kind of love on somebody's part, yours or theirs. Somebody's uncomfortable with that, wants to tell the truth about their feelings, but feels like they can't say it. So I feel like a shift is coming here. We do have the Tower. Let's clarify just a little bit here. Sagittarius. Tell me about Sag. Tell me about the base chakra, please, because I feel like wherever you are right now in your career, you're feeling pretty secure, pretty safe. I feel like there's no fear. You don't think that anything's going to go wrong here. I feel like you're really comfortable where you are. You're at, it might be a new job for you. We've got card number 1 at the base chakra. Could be a new job for you. Tell me about the base chakra, please. We do have the Page of Swords. We have the Death card in the reverse. And we have the Magician. So I want to say that there are some changes that are coming to the place where you work. But I feel like it is, we've got the Death card in the reverse. I feel like you're going to resist change because you are feeling so safe and secure in the position that you're in. But it does feel like you're going to have to learn something new. They might send you to school. They might send you traveling to find more information. We've got the Page of Swords here with the with the Death card in reverse. It's like you're somebody who doesn't like when the career changes, or the place that you're working at, or when you have less business. Take it as it resonates for you, but the Magician is here. I'm going to say that you have all the tools in order to make yourself feel safe and secure. So even when changes come, I feel like you're going to resist them, but I feel like it's going to come to you're going to resist it, but it feels like you've got to learn something. They're probably going to send you back to school, or maybe take some courses or something like that. So there is about to be a little bit of disruption in your safety and security. It doesn't mean that they're letting go of you. It just means that they want to upgrade you or teach you something new. Maybe it's cross training that I'm talking about. Sorry, I got some hair on my arm here. All right. Tell me about the situation, please. 6 of Cups. Yeah, we do have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like, for some of you, I feel like the changes that are coming to your career is you may be picked with this opportunity. You may be picked to begin a new division or a new department or something like that. Like the Ace of Wands tells me that there is some sort of a new path opening up that is very exciting and very creative. And the 6 of Cups tells me that you really like all the people that you work with. So no matter who ends up on your team, you might end up being a team leader. It doesn't matter who's on your team. I feel like it's exciting, challenging, and creative here. What is working for you is the Ace of Cups. I think that you really like where you work here. Tell me what the Ace of Cups says. We've got the 5 of Cups. So I'm going to say that the Ace of Cups tells me that you really like where you're working, but the 5 of Cups tells me that you don't particularly like change, Sag. You don't particularly like that they're changing, they're switching things up. It might break up your group of people, the 6 of Cups people. It feels like there is a lot of change, maybe some renegotiating of positions or restructuring that might be coming up here. I feel like you really love what you do, but I feel like you get sad when they change things. I feel like that there is going to have to be some sort of change that is arriving here. Tell me what the obstacle is with the King of Pentacles. I feel like you want to make more, but look, I feel like the things that are changing that you don't like, the changes that are coming within your workplace or your business or whatever it is, I feel like they're good changes, but I feel like you just don't like changes, period. Tell me about the King of Pentacles here, the obstacle. The obstacle to where you work is that you want to make more money, and I feel like it's something that you're going to have to ask for. The 3 of Swords is here. It's disappointing because I think you really love what you're doing, but you don't like change and you want more money. So I feel like you're going to have to learn how to be a little bit more flexible of the mind here. But the 3 of Swords is telling me that it's disappointing that they're not paying you enough. But I want to say that by around the end of the month, there might be some really great opportunity, a new opportunity to start something new or be the head of a department or something like that. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles being the outcome. We do have the 3 of Wands. That's the ships that are coming in. I really do believe that you're in for some changes in your career, but it is going to stay with this harmony energy. I feel like you're going to love it once the changes are done, but I just think that you don't really like changes. See, this is a tower, right? So I feel like it's going to affect all aspects, love, money, and career. Tell me about finances, please. The succulent, resilience, it says here. We have the Lovers. We have another Tower. Wow. And then we have the World card. So it feels like there is It feels like something is coming full circle here. There is going to be a shift in your financial situation, but I feel like it's a shift that you make happen. Like the Lovers is here. So it feels like you're making a choice in your finances, and that is going to shift everything. It's going to close a door and open another. It feels like maybe you've been overspending, or maybe you've been traveling too much, or maybe you've been helping friends or family or children and you're giving it away. It feels like you're really resilient. You know more money's going to come in. You can open another stream of income or something like that, or hit the side hustle. But it feels like there's some sort of a realization that if I really want to be stable in my finances or happy in my finances, I've got to stop doing a certain thing. What is it that you have to stop doing? Yeah, you're the Empress. So I feel like people come to you all the time and they sort of disrupt your flow. It feels like this disruption here, it tells me that I feel like we've got a tower, and a tower. So it feels like this Empress is telling me that you are a person who's very stabilized in your financial situation. You're quite resilient, but I feel like a lot of people come to you for stuff because they know that you have money. They know you have stability. It feels like you've put the kibosh on that. It feels like you're closing a door and saying, I can't. If I'm going to be happy with my finances, if I'm going to continue to be the Empress, that means being the Queen of Pentacles who is stable in their financial situation, I've got to stop giving it away or helping other people or whatever it is. I feel like it feels like you're the abundant one and other people come to you for help, financial help, whether it's family, friends, or children. The situation is the Ten of Cups. We do have the Page of Cups in the reverse. And so Page of Cups in the reverse. So it feels like here that it feels like it's no surprise, I'm going to say, because the Ten of Cups is that you're happy with your finances. The situation is something, I feel like you're putting a lot of work into it, but I also feel like you could use a little more intuitive push, a little more intuitive energy, looking at things more intuitively as it pertains to your finances. I feel like you're happy with the way things are right now, but it feels like with the Page of Cups in the reverse, it's like as long as there's no surprises, things are going to work out for you here in the month of October. What is working for you is the Knight of Swords. I feel like you're not afraid to ask for help. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. The Five of Wands in the reverse. So you're not afraid to ask for help. You're not going to hesitate for a moment if you need financial advice. I feel that maybe you'll ask the bank, ask your financial advisor. We do have the Five of Wands in the reverse, which is no more regrets. I'm not going to regret asking. I'm not going to hold back. It also feels like you don't care how long you have to wait to get the information. It feels like you're not scared to ask for the information. Five of Wands in the reverse, it is a little bit of lack, but it's also, I feel like you trust somebody who has more information than you. No more indecision. I've just got to go and ask the person about it, whether I feel silly asking them or not. Tell me about the obstacles here, being the Six of Wands. I think it's like moving too fast, maybe travel, possibly, could be your obstacle. We have the Two of Wands, so it is making some pretty tough decisions financially here, and I feel mostly it is to keep it to yourself. It does feel like your finances are going to pick up by the end of the month here, because we do have the Six and the Six of Wands, Two of Wands. That's 8 wands, and that's things that are moving really quickly here. So I feel like everything is moving in the right direction, and things will start to move quickly. But it feels like there are some decisions that you are going to have to make about really not telling anybody about your abundance. I mean, there's going to be signs. Right? There's going to be signs. You're going to be dressing well. You're going to be doing things. You might be traveling. You might be looking really good on the inside, the outside. You know what I mean? So there is going to be signs that things are going well, but I think you're supposed to keep it under your hat. And I think that's one of the decisions you need to make here. I feel like you're ready to go on some sort of a new path or open a new stream of income for those of you who have a business. Could be something like that as well. Tell me about the outcome being the Hierophant. Nine of Wands. I want to say that the Hierophant is telling me that slow and steady wins the race. But the Nine of Wands tells me that I feel like people take from you and they take advantage of you. It feels like you're exhausted from working, exhausted from giving. It's like the more that you give away, the more that you offer to the children, to the friends, to the family, you have to work that much harder to replace it. And I feel like slow and steady wins the race here. The Hierophant is here, and I feel like it's like you really do need to check in with your higher self, with your intuition. I feel like you're a teacher. And it feels like whatever information you get from the Knight of Swords, based on whatever information you need, it's like you need to pass that on. The Nine of Wands tells me you're tired. You're tired of people coming to you for advice, for money, for things that are going to help them out. I feel like this disruption, or this lightning, this tower that's at the end of the row here, it feels like it's like you telling other people, you're exhausting me. You're exhausting my finances. I can't do that. I've got to stay slow and steady wins the race. I've got to stay on my path of healing, or healing my finances, asking for help, making decisions. I feel like it's finally a time where you've got to say, look, I can't exhaust my finances helping you. It feels like you're going to have to be honest with somebody, and I don't think you want to. I think you're kind of behind the fear wall here. It's a decision that you're going to have to make. All right, let's look at love. So we have somebody that you're probably in separation with here. We do have the Six of Cups. They might be a soulmate for you. We do have the Queen of Swords, and we do have the Fool. So I feel like you've been waiting for someone to communicate with you, someone that you are in disconnect with. It feels like things are quiet because the situation is the Hanged Man. Things are quiet. You're waiting for some sort of new beginning, communication to come in, conversation, somebody to be honest about how they feel about you. You know, this here is, it says, although we may be physically apart, so it says spiritually we are united. So this is a very spiritually connected connection here. We do have the Six of Cups. It does feel like there is a very deep soul connection, somebody that you feel like you've known forever, or a soulmate here. But it does feel like you need this person to be really honest with you about where this is going, because you don't want to be sitting there forever waiting to take your leap of faith, right? This life is short. You have one, and it goes day by day. And I feel like you need to start making decisions that are going to work out for you. We've got an owl up at the top here, and it feels like somebody here needs change. They need something to change, and they're trying to look at it a different perspective to see if there's a possible way we can change the situation. Tell me about this. We do have the Hermit card. It feels like we're not talking to each other. Everybody is silent. One's in the Hanged Man energy, one's in the Hermit energy. And so it feels like we need more wisdom. It feels like we need a better perspective. We need something to change. We do have Virgo and Pisces here. We do have what's working for you is the King of Swords. I feel like you're the verbal one. I feel like you're the one that's willing to talk about it, willing to say something about it. But I think the obstacle is the King of Cups. It's somebody who's not willing to really tell you exactly how they feel. It almost feels like they keep it all inside because you're the one that's very verbal. You're the one always telling them how you feel about them, what it feels like when they're around. And this person like pulls back almost. It's like they recoil because they're not used to sharing their feelings. Tell me about what's working for you. What's working for you is the Eight of Wands. I feel like you're the person who likes to text, who likes to talk, who likes to call this person and talk to them on the phone. I feel like you're the one that's really verbal. I feel like you're super honest, but I feel like the obstacle is the King of Cups here. The King of Cups has the Chariot. Yeah, this person runs. When you try and be honest with them and you try and force their feelings to the surface, I feel like they go silent, they recoil, or they run. The Chariot is Cancer energy, and Cancer isn't really good with expressing their feelings on the surface either. Scorpio is usually quite stoic. Now, Scorpio has a lot of love to share, is very protective, but this person doesn't want to be seen as soft. Right? This person is somebody who's really worried about people seeing them as soft. If they bring their feelings to the surface, that someone might see them as very flowing, or, you know, they don't want to be seen as that. They'd rather be seen as stoic and quiet. So it feels like this person runs. I feel like that's the obstacle, that you might be in the past, maybe we're chasing this person. I hope that you're not, but it feels like somebody here is just not willing to bring their feelings to the surface, or they have a hard time doing it. The outcome is the Four of Swords, so I believe there is some feelings that can be, I feel like there's intermittent to no communication between you, but I feel like it has the ability to heal. Tell me about the Four of Swords in the outcome. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, things are going to move forward. I feel like things are changing. What's going to change is this person is going to have a realization. I was just looking at the King of Swords pointing at the King of Cups here, and I feel like somebody is going to voice their feelings. I feel like it's going to have to go slow, though. We do have the Wheel of Fortune here, and the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that things are about to change in a very positive direction for you. And it says here, acceptance is the key. So I feel like you're supposed to leave this person to their vices and let them show up when they're going to show up. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept the things as they are. And the next card here is transformation. So I feel like things are going to transform between you and another person. If you've been in disconnect or you've been disconnected from this person at all, I feel like things are about to come back together because the Queen of Wands, this person can't keep their hands off you and you can't keep your hands off them. I feel like it's going to work out in this energy over the month of October. I don't know when, so I guess we'll see. But there's a lot of changes, a lot of shifts that are going on here, and I feel like it's in all areas of your life here. I'm gonna leave this right here for now. Thank you so much, Sag, for coming and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm gonna go for now, but I'll be back. I'm always back. Have a great October. Bye bye.